over there.
I've got one question for each of you. Firstly, David, how many takes did Kate have to do with Paul standing outside the window looking at you guys strangely because you can just see that she's just about to crack up.
I had to cut every single one of those takes. I had to cut just as she is the worst corpser. I don't know why it's called that. You know why it's called that?
No.
When you crack up she is the absolute worst. And the problem is she's catching. Because she'll go and you can't get her back. Like you're done. Like we're on Stargate when her and Jewel get together, or her and Amanda, her and anybody actually. That's true, yeah. Because Rachel was awful as well. They were all terrible. But Gillian, my God, that's true. She's evil. But she just goes, and you're literally, she's like, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm good. I'm not good. And just goes. Yeah, I've got a lot of those takes, and you're just like, Kate, it was funny. Shut up. So.
Yeah, and it was hilarious things.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And, Gary, how much fun was it to be eaten by a zombie on the 200th episode of Expo?
Oh, it was great. In fact,
Did you really get eaten by a zombie?
I got eaten by a zombie.
You know, never seen the 200th episode?
Oh, that was such a fun episode.
No,
oh my
it was
God,
fun
yeah,
to
it was a really great episode. Eaten by a zombie, and one of the a lot of the people, a lot of the zombies are crew members. They just thought, okay, this is fun. One of the makeup artists was one of the zombies, and he basically got made up one day, did some work, and then we were going to shoot some more stuff the next day, so he just never took his zombie makeup off. He said, no, I'll just stay in my zombie makeup, and was driving home.
Sir, have you been drinking?
Told me the next day that he pulled up at a stoplight. And he would just look over at the other, and he was like, like sort of rotting flesh, and fangs, and those those eye cover things, like on the pupil, and just look over, just go like this to the other car, just go, and then just drive away.
I was always going home with blood. Always going on, every single time we did a scene with, you had little pieces of glass or whatever stuck in you. And I always forgot to take it off.
Yeah.
So I was driving home, get to the border. They're like, you okay? I'm fine. No problem. You know what, you got all the paperwork, let me through. And it was always because I had
Oh, right, because you live just in the States.
Yeah.
That's
But
right.
you have to cross a border, so.
Yeah.
So the border guards know more about basically Stargate than anybody else. What do you do today? You know everything.
That in the 200th episode, sorry, just to mention
That arm has got to be getting tired.
I was thinking, aren't you just, it's hard to be so.
Okay,
You should try the other one.
Okay, I will just say
You don't want
this.
to work out too much with one.
I will just say this, and then we'll take your question. But in the 200th, just for those of you familiar with it, there's a scene where Hammond goes. They're down in the gate room, and Hammond looks up at the control room, and he goes, we're going to go through the gate. Come on, Walter. And I go, I don't have the right clothes. And then he goes, no, it's fine. Come on. And I go running through. I leave the control room in my regular gear, and then I come running around, and I'm completely decked out in off-road, Black Ops
that's
stuff.
great.
And do you know how they shot that? It's so cool. They basically. We timed it so that when I get up and I go down the stairs, everybody, including Barry, the Air Force will freak. He's waiting there with my pants. I was underdressed, I had my black outfit on under my zippered outfit. Thank God he didn't cut that thing off, because he just grabbed the zipper. And what they do is they lock the camera off, so nobody can move. And the camera is there's no movement on the camera, so everything is totally still.
Unless you're working with Joe.
Unless you're joking with, yeah. And then I had to just change in as fast as I could, and just put a helmet on, grab a gun, and then just kind of come in like this, around the corner.
How many takes?
Not many takes, but it was I realized that having a theater background helped. Because when you're doing a play and you have to do a change, when you start rehearsing, you think you're never gonna do a fast change. It's impossible. Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Do you know that feeling? You go, well, I can't do that. They
Yeah.
go, no, you'll get it down.
I can say 50 pages of dialogue, but I cannot get into those pants and make it look good.
Exactly. You have to basically leave, do something off stage, and come back on like completely changed or whatever. And it's amazing how in a play you make it work.
Well, after it's run for a while, you start worrying that you put the wrong clothes on.
Yeah. Or you start thinking about stuff where you're chatting.
Yeah.
You know, like
Sorry, being friends.
person.
I was constantly getting up thinking we were finally being found by the Nazis. I were only like 10 minutes into the show. I'm like, I'm go. Oh. Wrong wake up.
So that's how that happened. That was a very cool little thing that happened in the 200th.
And it is very theatrical. True. It is
Yeah,
very
it
theatrical.
was.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Now, next question.
Yes.
Tom's breakfast, I noticed the weather conditions for the exteriors seem to be really bad.
We had like
What was it?
rain of biblical proportions.
Yeah.
Like literally, like I was counting, we were like day 39 of rain. I was buying stocks in arcs. Because we did the location scout, and this beautiful little property, like right on, what was the name of the lake? This beautiful little lake in Burnaby, and I know, surprising, but
Deer Lake?
Deer Lake, that's it, Deer Lake. And this house backed right up on the Deer Lake, this beautiful long stretch of grass, and we had all these scenes written for the exterior for that. And we got into pre-production, fine, and then the first day of production, it started raining. No, the day before it started raining, and it rained so hard the first day that when we arrived on set the first day, there were ducks, literally ducks on the back porch, and they flooded the entire back lawn flooded. We did so we literally, on the last day of shooting, the sun came out, 39th day or whatever it was, of rain, and the sun came out, and we got to shoot all the exterior stuff, but it was so muddy. There was like this much mud in the.
You notice in some of the shots,
Oh,
you
yeah.
see like these footprints and mud like.
Well, when we decided just to, why hide it? Again, that's the sort of stuff where you sort of go like, oh, of course, the mud is the subtext is he's being sucked into a world he doesn't understand. No, I just ran a lot.
That's a cool question.
Yes?
Just in terms of the story.
You should raise your hand.
Oh, there's a joke you set up in the bath with petroleum jelly, and I was kind of waiting for it to pay off.
It never does.
It never does.
It never does.
What
No.
happened?
No, I felt it wasn't good to go there.
Oh,
I have this strange love of just awkward comedy. It's like, to me is like, it's like The Office, like that, the original British Office, and to some extent the new one, but the old one sometimes they weren't even jokes. It was just uncomfortable. Yeah. And to me, that's the kind of, I loved the petroleum jelly because it was, to me, it was just this awkwardness between brother and sister, where it's just like, he's obviously been misunderstood in this, so basically to me the humor is in the fact that there is no payoff. It's just that there's just this incredibly awkward, no, I'm just trying to kill your fiance. Like, how do you end that sentence type thing? So,
You see Gary sitting there awkwardly wondering about the...
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot to figure out now.
Awkwardness
You should do the
myself.
commentary.
Absolutely.
A couple of drinks, I'll run the film.
Totally.
There you go.
Totally.
And we'll reissue it again.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
In special thinner versions.
on
of
beta.
Whatever they do. Sorry. She's like, yeah, I have a question.
Have you